Do you ever feel like you're just drifting? Like you're working hard, day after day, but you're not actually going anywhere? You're busy, but inside, you feel empty. It's not because you're lazy, and it's not because you lack talent. The real reason you feel stuck is that your brain hasn't been given a clear destination. Today, we're not just cutting and pasting pretty pictures to decorate your bedroom. We are going to build a vision board, but not in the superficial way you often see online. We're going to dive into behavioral psychology and how to use imagery to hack your brain's Reticular Activating System, RAS. This is the tool that turns vague dreams into concrete goals that your subconscious is forced to chase. This video is the most comprehensive guide, deep and detailed, designed specifically for those who are truly serious about changing their lives in the next 12 months. If you're looking for a quick fix, this isn't for you. But if you want a sustainable roadmap, stay with me. I will break this process down into 8 specific strategic sections. From defining what you actually want, to choosing images that speak, and most importantly, how not to give up halfway through. Are you ready to redesign your life? Grab a pen and paper, take a deep breath, and let's get started right now.
Welcome back. Wait, don't go looking for scissors, magazines, or glue just yet. The biggest mistake that causes vision boards to fail is that we start making them while our heads are still a mess. The first secret I want to share with you, I call the desire audit. You need to distinguish between what are your dreams and what are dreams you've borrowed from society, from your parents, or from those glossy photos on Instagram. We often get stuck in what's called the means goals trap. Let me explain. You paste a picture of an expensive car on your board. But why? Is it because you love the driving experience? Or actually, is what you crave the feeling of validation and success that the car represents? If what you really need is respect or a sense of safety, the car is just a means. And sometimes that means brings the burden of debt, which is completely opposite to the safety you crave. A vision board must focus on core desired feelings, not just material objects. So how do we find those core feelings? I want you to do the 5 whys exercise. Let's take an example. You want to lose 10 kilograms. Write it down and ask why for the first time. Maybe the answer is to fit into my old dress. Why? So I feel more confident. Why do you need confidence? So I dare to talk to people. Why? Because I feel lonely. And why don't you want to be lonely? Because I want connection and to be loved. You see, from losing weight, we dug down to the bottom layer, which is the need for connection. If you just paste a slim model on your board, you might lose weight radically, but still feel lonely. But if you paste images of happy friend gatherings, warm hugs, your brain will find ways to achieve that connection regardless of your weight. This is the difference between a decorative vision board and a life-changing vision board. When you look at your board, your heart must flutter. It must trigger a chemical reaction in your brain instantly. Your mission right now: list your 5 biggest goals. For each goal, ask why at least 3 times until you find the keyword indicating the feeling: freedom, peace, power, or adventure. Those are what we will look for images to illustrate in the next step. Pause this video for 15 minutes and do this exercise. Don't lie to yourself. Honesty is the price of freedom.
Welcome back. I hope you've completed the 5 whys exercise. Now you have a list of core desired feelings that you truly yearn for. And now is the time to translate those feelings into the language of the subconscious, which is imagery. Our brains don't think in words. They think in images, in emotions, in associations. The second most common mistake when making a vision board is choosing pretty pictures that lack emotional weight. You see a beautiful mansion, you paste it on. But does it touch your heart?
Or is it just a superficial desire? Let's go back to the connection and love example from the previous exercise. If you just paste a generic heart or a picture of two people holding hands, it won't be strong enough. Instead, find an image of a group of friends laughing joyfully at a picnic, or a family hugging warmly, or a gaze full of loving affection. The image you choose must be an activating image. It must make you feel that emotion instantly. It's not just an illustration, it's a window directly into your soul, where those desires are simmering. You can find images from old magazines, newspapers, your own photos, or websites like Pinterest, Unsplash, or Pexels. The little tip here is, don't limit yourself. Find as many as possible. When you find an image, pause, close your eyes, and ask yourself, if this were real, how would I feel? Would my heart beat faster? Is this exactly the feeling I wrote down? If the answer is yes, then that's the picture you need. Pay attention to colors and symbols. Blue represents peace, red for energy, yellow for joy. A straight road can symbolize clarity, a mountain for challenge and victory. Don't just pick one image for one goal. Pick many. If you want the feeling of financial freedom, choose a picture of someone counting money, but also choose a picture of someone relaxing with a book on the beach without worrying about bills. Remember, a vision board is not a shopping list. It is the emotional blueprint for your future. Each image is a command sent to the universe and, more importantly, to your own subconscious. Take at least 30 minutes to search and collect images that truly activate your emotions. Trust your intuition.
You have a pile of amazing photos in front of you. But please, don't rush to grab the glue. If you paste them randomly, you're not creating a vision board. You're creating a chaotic emotional junkyard. Our brains crave order. When your eyes look at a mess, the brain releases cortisol, the stress hormone. We want the vision board to generate dopamine, the motivation hormone. Therefore, layout is key. I suggest you use the functional zoning method. Imagine your board is a map of your life. We will divide it into specific zones instead of letting everything float around. A common and effective layout is top left for career and finance, top right for love and relationships, the bottom for health and personal development. This division helps the brain easily retrieve goals when needed. But most important is the center position. This is the place for the anchor image, or your word of the year. This is the energy center of the entire board. It represents you, or the best version of you. Everything else revolves around this axis. When looking at the board, your eyes will be drawn to this focal point first, reminding you of the new identity you are building. Do a dry layout. Place the photos, move them around, and remember a golden rule in design: white space. Don't fill every millimeter. Leave gaps to breathe. White space symbolizes the unexpected opportunities the universe will bring. You can slightly layer the edges of the photos to create connection, but don't obscure the main parts. Round the corners if you want a soft feeling, or keep them square if you want a sense of discipline and strength. Step back 2 meters. Squint your eyes. Is this layout balanced, or is it heavy on one side? If it's lopsided, your life might also become correspondingly unbalanced. Adjust until you feel harmony. Only when you feel, wow, this is my life, should you pick up the glue stick. Congratulations, you have a beautiful vision board. But I have to tell you this hard truth. Right now, it is just a piece of cardboard with lifeless cutout photos. It has no power yet. Like the latest smartphone without a battery, It's useless. Secret number 4 is about charging your vision board. We call this the activation ritual. The brain has a mechanism called habituation. If you hang the board in one spot and just walk past it every day, after 2 weeks, your brain will treat it as background noise. You will literally stop seeing it. Step 1. Strategic placement. Don't hide it in the closet for fear of judgment. Place it where you see it first thing in the morning or where you work the most. If you're afraid of others seeing it, take a photo of it and set it as your phone wallpaper. Step 2. The morning download ritual. Take exactly 60 seconds every morning. No more needed. Stand in front of the board. Look at one specific image. Don't just look with your eyes. Look with all your senses. If it's your dream house, imagine smelling the fresh wood, feeling the cool door handle, hearing the wind blowing through the window. Here is the key. Let the emotion rise. Excitement, gratitude, peace. Hold that emotion for 15 seconds. This is the moment you are reprogramming your brain's RAS. Hey brain, this is important. Find a way to make it true. If you look at the board and feel nothing, that board is dead. You need to change the image or change how you interact with it. In the evening, do the check-in ritual. Before sleeping, glance at the board and ask yourself, did I take any small action today to get closer to these images? Even just a tiny step. A vision board is not magic. It doesn't do the work for you. It is the map, and you are the driver. The activation ritual is you starting the engine every day.
Welcome back. We have amazing images, but there is a small problem. Images are often ambiguous. A picture of you sitting alone on a beach could mean peace, but it could also be misinterpreted by your subconscious as loneliness. To lock in the positive meaning, we need secret number 5, the future self technique. We will use words to give precise direction to the brain. This is when the left brain and right brain shake hands and get to work. First rule, write in the present tense. Don't write, I want to be confident, because the word want implies that you lack it. The subconscious will only bring you more of that feeling of lacking. Instead, write as if it is happening right now. I am a confident person. I am enjoying a healthy body. I am enjoying my trip to Europe. This small grammatical shift creates a massive shift in energy. Science calls this creating cognitive dissonance. When you declare, I am wealthy while your pockets are empty, your brain feels uncomfortable with this contradiction. And to resolve that discomfort, the brain is forced to drive you to action to make reality match the declaration. Advanced technique, the letter from the future. Imagine today is this exact date 1 year from now. Write a short letter to your current self recounting how amazing the past year has been. Dear past me, you won't believe how amazing this year has been. We finished that project. We traveled with the family. The feeling of waking up every morning is so refreshing. Paste this letter or put it in an envelope on the back of your vision board. Also, add power words, single words that carry weight. Freedom, discipline, love. Paste them next to the corresponding images as captions. Finally, choose a quote that hits you hardest in the heart, a quote that picks you up every time you want to give up. Words shape thoughts. Images shape emotions. When you combine both on a vision board, you are creating an undeniable mandate sent to the universe. We need to talk about an ugly truth. About 3 days after you finish your vision board, something will happen. You look at the board, and instead of inspiration, you feel ridiculous. Or worse, you feel like a fraud. That is when the inner critic wakes up.
It will say, "Who are you kidding? You're in debt. You're ugly. You're lazy. This board is just childish nonsense." And you want to tear that board down. Psychological science calls this the upper limit problem. Imagine your psyche is like a thermostat. You were used to living at a level of just enough suffering. When the vision board pushes the expected happiness too high, your internal thermostat panics. It will try to cool you down by generating doubt, anxiety, or self-sabotage to bring you back to your familiar old safety zone. This is not a sign that you are failing. This is a sign that the vision board is working. It is hitting your happiness tolerance limit. So what do? Don't fight it. When that voice says, "You will never be rich," use the thank you and reframe technique. Say, silently or aloud, "Thank you, fear, for trying to protect me from disappointment. But I am safe. I am learning to trust." To defeat this saboteur, you can't use willpower. You need evidence. I want you to place a small notebook right next to your vision board. Call it the evidence journal. Every time you take a tiny action related to the vision board, write it down. You want a nice body? Did you just walk for 5 minutes? Write it down. Your logical brain needs to see these small wins to believe that the image on the board is possible. Accumulated evidence will gradually convince your subconscious. You are building a legal case against your own limiting beliefs. And a stern warning: in this early stage, when your belief is as fragile as a sprout, do not share your vision board with skeptics. They will laugh, and one comment from them can kill your motivation instantly. Protect your dream like you would protect a newborn baby. Keep it to yourself until the results speak for themselves.
You have a beautiful physical board at home, but let's be honest with each other. How much time do you spend at home compared to the time you are glued to this device? Your phone is your second home. If your actual home is full of inspiration, but this digital home is full of negative news and social media drama, then your efforts are wasted. Secret number 7 is to create a digital twin. The simplest way? Take a photo of your physical vision board or redesign a beautiful version on Canva. But here is the crucial tip. Don't just set a static wallpaper. Remember the law of habituation I mentioned? To keep your brain from getting bored, use the Photo Shuffle feature on your phone. Pick your 20 most powerful goal images. Set it so that every time you tap the screen, a new image appears. Every time you unlock your phone, on average 80 times a day, you are reminded of a different aspect of your dream life. It's like a positive tarot deck created by you. Advanced technique for the true warriors. Create a mind movie. This is a tool that masters like Dr. Joe Dispenza often talk about. Use CapCut or any editing app. Stitch your vision board images into a 3-minute clip. Add a music track that gives you goosebumps. Add your own recorded affirmations. Watch this video every morning, right when you wake up, when your brain waves are in the alpha state, most receptive. The combination of music plus moving images plus voice will create an emotional explosion 10 times stronger than static images. And finally, a crazy but effective idea. Create a secret Instagram account, private mode. Don't follow anyone. The only follower is you. Use that account to post your dream life as if it has already happened. When you are bored and doom scrolling, switch to this account. Instead of being jealous of others, you will be inspired by your own future self. Turn technology from a distracting enemy into a powerful assistant for your dreams.
We have arrived at the final secret. A vision board is not a tombstone carved in stone. It is a living organism. It needs to be cared for, pruned, and sometimes replaced.
What happens when you achieve a goal on the board? Don't just leave it there. Perform the victory ritual. Take it down, kiss it, and put it in a box called the victory box. This box is your treasure chest. On days when you feel hopeless, open this box. It is physical proof that you have the ability to make dreams come true. As soon as a blank space appears, fill it with a new, higher goal. This is how you signal to the universe, I have graduated from this lesson. I am ready for the next level. But what happens if you look at a picture and no longer feel excited? You once wanted to be a singer, but now you realize you prefer being a doctor. Many people feel guilty as if they are quitting. Listen to me closely. You have the right to change. Letting go of a goal that no longer fits is not failure, it is growth. The you of today is wiser than the you of yesterday. Don't force yourself to chase the dreams of an old you that no longer exists. I suggest the 6-month maintenance rule. Every 6 months, take a Sunday afternoon to sit with the board. Ask each photo, do you still make me vibrate? If the answer is no, let it go without mercy. And sometimes you need to tear the whole thing down and start from scratch. That is when you go through major shifts, a breakup, a career change, or a spiritual awakening. A new chapter needs a new map. Your vision board will be messy with glue marks, scratches, and layered patches. And that is the true beauty. It reflects your life, messy but vibrant and always moving forward.
We have traveled a long journey together, from dissecting your deepest desires to facing the voices of fear in your head. Let's look back at the treasure map we have just drawn. We learned how to find core feelings instead of chasing superficial material things. We know how to choose images that activate the subconscious. We arranged them in a smart layout to optimize focus. We charged the board with a morning ritual. We used affirmations to lock in the meaning. We prepared weapons to fight the inner saboteur. We digitized our dreams onto our phones. And finally, we learned to let go to upgrade ourselves. I want you to remember this. This board is not magic. It won't make you a billionaire overnight. But it is a lighthouse. On the stormiest days, when you are lost amidst pressure and doubt, this board will remind you who you are and where you are going. You don't have to wait until you are perfect to be allowed to be happy. You deserve all the images on that board, right now, right when you are still a work in progress. Now, the ball is in your court. Don't turn off this video and scroll through TikTok. Don't let this knowledge die. I have a small challenge for you. Comment below the one word of the year you choose for this year. Just one word. Freedom, courage, or love. Declare it right now so thousands of people here can witness it for you. If this video touched you, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. It is the free and simplest way for you to tell me, please make more deep content like this. Thank you for taking the precious time to invest in yourself. See you at the peak of your dreams. Goodbye.